So, what is going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the LEGO collectible minifigures Dungeons and Dragons set. This isn't complete. I will not lie to you, I did not complete this set. I attempted. I don't know, I went to a local Shoppers Drug Mart, of all places, basically, Canadian Walgreens. Well, not exactly, but similar type of premise. But basically, this isn't the complete set. I'm missing 3. Only 3. I do have a pamphlet here to show off the figures I'm missing. You've probably just seen one I am missing, which is the eagle. I did get everything I really did want out of this set. Usually my LEGO videos don't do well, so I'm not expecting anything. I tried them in the past, and they always failed miserably. But here we have the set itself. I did not get the Tiefling. I did not get the Ranger here. I'm not sure the actual names of these. I'm not a Dungeons Dragons kind of guy, and I don't know this guy's name either. He is apparently a named character, though. There's 3 named characters in this whole set, that being these 3 down here and him. Everybody else is just random. And as far as it goes, I did get some doubles out of them. We got Zaz or something. I don't know. Someone might kill me for saying that. Zaz something. And then we have a Githyanki sorcerer, which I slightly made different because why not? That's my 2 doubles. And out of the bunch, I do think these are pretty neat. Really good LEGO minifigures, if I'm being honest. They are really, really good. You're probably noticing there's extra heads, which we'll talk about. As far as it goes, let's just talk about them in kind of order of least favorite to favorite, I guess. So let's just kind of get into that. As far as my least favorite goes, it has to go to the Elf Bard. Kind of unfortunately. I do like this figure, but it's just kind of a weird one. It's there. The colors are really odd, having a teal, like, upper torso, and then having pink on it, and then the white. It's not that, it's just very flashy. Also has gold swords. Sword. It's supposed to be 1 sword, but you get 2 in the box. The other one of his accessories, or her accessories in this case, is this guitar. Because, again, bard. Music. Yes. The Elf Bard. Now, like I said with it, the characters that are kind of unspecified, that aren't named actual Dungeons and Dragons characters, are pretty cool, because you actually get a second head that can make it male or female. In this case, I made the Bard female for no reason. It's actually supposed to be male, but I said, you know what, screw it, we'll make a female Bard. Why not? I think the female head's a little bit better, in my opinion, just because you have the metallic blue lipstick on it. They do have reverse heads. Both are the same, as you can see, which are basically the singing heads. It's very neat. The best part of this figure, though, probably has to be this little guitar louvre. What is this thing called? It has 3 strings, so it's not a guitar. I'm not sure the exact name of it, but that is the Elf Bard. Now on to the next one, which honestly has to be my duplicate here of the Githyanki sorcerer. As far as it goes, I'm missing a part of it here. I'm not missing it. I just didn't give it to them, which is their little staff. They have this little eyeball staff they have. I didn't give it to either of them. I gave them the knives for this one, and then I gave this one a kind of pole type of thing. I usually give that to the Mind Flayer for no reason. But the detailing on these figures are pretty good, and it's mostly just off of a detailing, if I'm being honest. For a lot of this, they look really good in the like lag printing, and the torso looks really good, but there's no arm prints, which is unfortunate. The heads are nice. This is probably the best one because I have both set up, and as you can see, look very different from each other. They do both have the same thing though, reversible. I just realized, do I have an error? No, the head actually just turned when I went to rotate it around. So you have a happy, smiling Githyanki, and then we have a angry Githyanki for the male one. Same thing, of course, applies for both. They're pretty neat. I like the hairpiece, but it's kind of limited. Just do it. Actually, I wouldn't say it's limited, because it is yellow, and most LEGO minifigures do have yellow skin tone, so it actually is a pretty useful piece for the most part. The printing just looks really good on these, in my opinion, but I just wish they had some on the arms. That's it for them, so let's get on to the next one. which would be the Dwarf Barbarian, which, very neat. Again, I actually don't have the alternate head equipped on that. I put it in a little box of extra parts. I gotta fish that out. There it is. And there we have it. So, the Dwarf Barbarian, very good. This one on the thing is a female, and I think works better as a girl opposed to a guy, just because of the hairpiece. I find it's more of a girlish hairpiece than a dude. The axe is really neat. It's very stubby. She has a torch. The arm printing looks impeccable. The legs aren't printed, unfortunately, but they are the new style or newish style of half legs that actually have leg articulation, where the next one up here you'll see doesn't have leg articulation. The heads are pretty nice. We have a more cocky smile. We then have an angry yelling face, and then on the back we have a smile with a missing tooth. Well, with his angry face on the front. Very good. I also like the little, like, fur lining around the coat. That looks really nice as well. But that's basically that. That is the Dwarf Barbarian. Next up is the Halfling Druid, I believe it is. And this is a pretty alright figure. I actually like this one. There's not a lot of paint. It's mostly just down to the head, if I'm being honest. That hood piece is really cool with the antlers. It does have two heads, of course. The female one, which has this more angry expression and a winking expression, which is kind of, I want to say it's kind of a letdown. It really isn't. I kind of wish she just had the more smiley head on the other side and then the winking expression, because it has been done prior, I think, in the set. For him, he has this smiling head. Looks really good. The cape is unique. It's brown on one side, green on the other. Looks really cool. The bird has some paint up there. So there we go. Staff is nothing special, if I'm being honest, and his printing on his chest is pretty good. He does have dual molded legs, weirdly enough, which I think is a first I've ever seen for, like, the little legs that can't move, which is kind of strange. But yeah, he is a halfling sorcerer, or not sorcerer, halfling druid, I believe. I might be wrong. I'll put it there if I'm wrong. But that is him. On to the next one up. And this is where the figures start to get good, in my opinion. Those ones are good, but these next couple are great, in my opinion. This is the Mind Flayer, and he is awesome for two reasons in particular. The little thing and the head. Why am I forgetting the name of this? I don't know. I played Baldur's Gate 3. That's the most exposure I've had to any Dungeons & Dragons material. I know what the Mind Flayers are. He was the first one I got out of the bunch, and he was the one I kind of wanted the most. That's actually a lie. The one I wanted the most will come up eventually. Oop. But as far as it goes, I love this head sculpt. It looks really cool. He does have arm printing, and the little kind of robes are very good. The brain piece, why am I forgetting the name of these guys? I'll put it there if I can find it. They're very cool, and they do work on minifigures. I'm just going to grab him just because he has a bald head, so it's easy. And it does work as a hat, so that's pretty cool, because I'm pretty sure that's what they do, is they take over the characters. So that's pretty neat. I do like those. I mean, it's really, really cool, in my opinion. I really do like it. I'm not showing the chest print off very well, though, due to the head. And there it is. Very cool armor. Very nice. And that is the Mind Flayer. Next up is Zos. If I'm saying it right, I don't know. I have two of them. Interesting character. Looks really cool, but probably has one of my favorite accessories, which is his translucent red skull. Face sculpt, face paint, or detailing looks really great. The chest looks nice, and the robe's kind of nice. He doesn't have painted arms, unfortunately. I say painted, detailed arms. See, we're too screwed up with everything here at this point. And he does have the little flick fire thingy-madoos if you want to do it, but that kind of stresses the hand out. He does have a really cool cape, though, with the whole collar and everything. It looks really neat. I do like him. He's pretty neat. It just sucks I got two of them. I think I would have rathered one of the other characters, a duplicate, like one of the swappable characters. I would have liked the tiefling, but no, I had to get two of him. Next up is the figure I wanted the most. Is it Mistress of Pain? Something like that. We'll put it there again, the actual name. But this thing looks really, really cool. It's supposed to only have the one kind of cube. I don't know what it is. Again, sorry to any Dungeons & Dragons fans. I just don't know. I haven't played it. She is really cool, if I'm being honest. It's the really nice head, which is not molded. It's actually a helmet, and it's rubbery. So that's neat. It just has a black head underneath, so it's cool that's usable as a helmet. The cape's pretty neat, where it's split into 4. The chest piece looks really cool, along with the skirt. No arm printing again, though, but it's not as noticeable on her just due to the cape going over the sides. It's really neat, and they also include a little floating part, so that's really, really cool. And that is her. On to the next 2. I had a real debate on this, but we have Tasha the Witch Queen. Yeah, this figure is really good, in my opinion. It seems basic at first, but then the more you look at it, the more you realize how good it is. Comes with a cauldron with a pink flame. You get 2 of them. Comes with a book, which does open and have some detailing in there. I'm not sure what it says or what it does or what it means, but hey, it's holdable, as most books are in LEGO, but this is one of the most detailed figures of the entire set. Every bit of this figure is detailed. It has dual molded boots. The front legs are printed. The torso's printed nicely. The arms have great printing. The back's printed nicely. The hair hat combo is great. The face is great. As you can see, you got the little scar. She has a maniacal laughing face. Like, this is genuinely one of the good ones. This is one of the last ones I got, too. It was one of the ones I wanted. It's just a really nice-looking figure, in my opinion. It's really cool. I feel like they did do pretty good with the named characters, but this is probably the best one of that bunch. I don't know about the vampire guy. Again, forgot the name. Sorry. But this is very nice. I do like this one. Next up, we have the Dragonborn Knight. And yeah, this is definitely the best one of the whole thing. It's that or the Eagle Ranger, if I'm being honest. It really is. The Eagle Ranger looked really cool. It definitely has a species name, but I'm just forgetting it. This is just one of the cool ones out of the whole set. It has probably the most pieces. The head is really neat. It has the little horns on the back, which you have to put in. The weapons are cool. I like the mace with its little, like, metallic blue hue to it, which is nice. The shield's cool. The armor looks great. And again, another fully printed one, but this one's even better because it has side leg printing. Front, side, arms are printed, the chest piece is printed, and under said chest piece, there's even more printing. There is so much printing to this figure. It's great. It's definitely the best figure out of the set. I genuinely do believe it. I thought it might have been a little overhyped to begin with, but no, this is genuinely the best one out of this entire set of minifigures, in my opinion. Except can't speak for the other 3 that I don't have, but this is genuinely really good. And so, for my final thoughts on the majority of the LEGO Dungeons & Dragons CMF, yeah, these are pretty great. Honestly, these are some of the best minifigures I've seen. I did get some of the Marvel ones in the past. They were pretty good, but there was a lot of doubles in that. I kept getting Agatha, like, constantly. Don't know how I ended up with, like, 5 of her. This set, I got 2 duplicates, which one of them's not bad. If I'm being honest, getting a duplicate out of these guys here is actually really nice. And it's really nice because, again, you have the option of making a male and a female one, and there's usually enough parts to give them different weapons, so it kind of works out. But a character like Zos over here, it's like, well, now I just have 2 named characters. I could just make him some random wizard guy, maybe, I don't know. But that's it. Like, that's literally what you could do with him. But for the most part, out of these figures, the best one easily has to be the Dragonborn. Easily, really good. Tasha the Witch Queen is really good, though, as well. I think they're the 2 best out of the whole set. As much as I love this one, the Mistress of Pain, I believe it is, she's really cool with that awesome headpiece and, like, the cool little cubes and stuff. But the best ones, just easily. Like I said, I love that they give you the ability to change the heads, though. That's probably one of my favorite things about it. It allows for so much customization that if you actually got multiple duplicates of the different classes and stuff, you could make something out of it. That's the coolest thing with these Dungeons & Dragons. Duplicates aren't actually a bad thing with this set, unless it's like these guys. I don't even think the Mind Flayer is really a bad one. It's just I wouldn't say Tash is a bad one either. I feel like it's just these 2 back here, and probably the Vampire would be bad duplicates. Everyone else, though, I think they'd be great. Because you could just make whatever you want. That's the thing. That's the great part about it. You can just make what you want with them. It's not like the Marvel CMF where it's like, oh, that's a specific character. These could be anything you want, which is great. In my opinion, if you can find them, I know they're not as new as, like, when I'm reviewing them as. They've been out for quite a while, so if you can find them and you are interested in them, I'd recommend them. They're really cool. I don't think you'd be mad about them. I think they're really, really cool figures, and probably some of the coolest minifigures that I own. But that's all I have to say for this review of the LEGO Dungeons & Dragons minifigure set. This has been ILT Elite signing out.